What do you think of Andy Burnham? Didn't you have a chat with him a few weeks ago?
No, I spoke to Andy Burnham a long time, about a year or two ago when my mother-in-law passed.
Yeah.
But we did talk at some point about the clean air zone.
It's great, that, isn't it? Clean air zone. By the way, what this is affecting, just to clarify it for you, they're starting off with Manchester, Greater Manchester, which is what, a 500 square mile radius, where if you've got cars, not cars, but things like trucks, vans, taxis, and they don't conform to certain standards of polluting, then they're going to be charging you to come into the Greater Manchester Centre. So even if you live in, say, Gorton, and you want to go to Cheetham, you're going to be paying these extra taxes, and I think that's got far-reaching effects. Even though we don't think they'll be, it'll be rolled out to every single car, and it's just another way of increasing taxation. I think it's controlling people's movements as well now. But you know, what is it? £6 a day, £7.50 a day. Yeah, it's actually awful.
He swore to, he said
it will never.
Private drivers.
No, well, I'm not sure.
Well, Stephen, if you own a motorhome that doesn't meet,
that's true. Where they're pushing you, and look, let's take the attitude that what the government are doing is for our benefit. You know, Andy Burnham was saying he didn't have any choice. It's the government putting pressure to do it. But let's say it's pushing us towards electric vehicles. Ultimately, electric vans, electric cars, they're going to be cheaper for you to run. I mean, my dad's got an electric car, and he phones me regularly to tell me he's just gone to London. It cost him £3. So you know, there is maybe start thinking that way, that I need to get my car vehicles electric or conform more to what's less polluting. I know it's an unnecessary burden. There are grants, you know, I'm not sure how easy they are to get, but if you look in our what do you call it, Graham? What's the bit underneath the show?
In the description
for this
First
show,
link.
you'll see a link and it'll take you to a site which will show you how to apply for a grant. And there are quite a lot of grants, and they are being a bit more sympathetic towards the smaller business. So there's, you know, if you're a man with a van, or you use a van to move your stock around and go and collect stuff, then do start looking to apply it. And taxis out there, especially Uber drivers, it might be better for you to start looking at electric vehicles and look at it as a serious capital expense to your business. And don't forget to look at your costing to incorporate this if you do fall under these heavy taxes. Sorry, Hayley, put your hand up then.
I just think it's a massively poorly timed exercise, because the small business person has been hammered over the last year or two.
Yeah.
You know,
well, they always are.
Decorators, people like that, market trader.
Everybody is.
They've been smashed, and now they're finding out, oh, we'll give you a grant towards a new vehicle. Well, where do I get the rest of it
That's
from?
right. There's always a problem. But you see, I don't intend to be one of those show hosts that says how terrible it all is. I look at it and say, you know what, it's unfortunate that this is yet another burden on the small business. However, we've got to do something about it. There's no point fighting. I mean, but you know, sign the petitions, do all that. But the main thing is you want to get on with your business and have a look at your costings. At least once a quarter, you should look at your costings. So if you are a business that falls under this, you have a vehicle, you have a taxi, you have a van, you have a coach. You do need to look at it as an issue now, and if you need to put your prices up, everybody's in the same boat. And this is the real issue that affects people, because they swallow the cost of things. They don't think, I've got to put prices up. We all do. You know, even in my industry, labour charges have gone up. We're not affected by the lack of being able to get members of staff, but the quality of the service we've got to give now, whether we wanted to or not, has improved so much. We need better quality people, and whatever way you go, it's you've always got to be looking at new costs, whether it's increasing wages, increasing fuel bills, increasing everything. That's what you should take away from this. You know, yes, it's scandalous what's going on, but prepare for it. You know, that's all we can do. There's not a lot else.
You really want to get angry.
Yeah.
And this is kind of outside of the business world, but if you really want to get mad, this is a Greater Manchester tax on Greater Manchester people. The company they're getting to run the scheme
I know what you're
are
gonna say.
French.
French,
And
yeah.
they're getting 48.1 million of our money
Everyone,
and giving it to a foreign
people
company.
are so burdened, they just don't
It
care.
should be a Northwest company.
They
so
just
the
don't want
tax
to pay
comes
it.
back
But
in.
it's going to get rolled out all over. Every council in the country is
I
going
don't
to say.
care about anywhere else.
Well, I do, because we've got clients all over the country.
Yeah, but I care about me.
You care about you, yeah.
How does it affect
It doesn't.
me?
Well, it doesn't, because you've got a nice BMW and you drive from there to there to there. You go from one steakhouse to the next, and
Yeah, but theoretically, if the thing that will never happen happens, and we
Cars,
know it's
every
going
car.
to happen,
Yeah.
it will cost me just to go to the supermarket. I'll have to pay, actually, even though I'm already paying
Let's not panic,
tax on
people,
fuel.
because at the moment it's only on taxis and vans and HGV and.
But keep panic as an option.
Well, panics can be a bit of fun. By the way, the buses and the bigger stuff the tax starts 30th of May, the end of May this year, but we've got another couple of months before the smaller business are affected. So it's probably been pushed back a little bit because of people objecting. But do have a look at what grants are available. And sometimes you go and, I know you've got a van, it's coming to the end of its life cycle. Maybe look at, there's a lot of good finance schemes for electric vehicles. I mean, one of the one I think I've mentioned before, if you get an electric vehicle, it is an option to take the first year allowances, which means you can claim the entire cost of the vehicle against your profits. So if you spend £30 on an electric vehicle, you can knock the whole thing off your first tax bill. I mean, you're not getting anything extra, you're just getting it this year instead of like 25% over the next 4 years, or depending on what depreciation method you use from years to come. So there are things, if you're unsure about what tax benefit you'll get as a business, then do give us a call and we can look at that. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to carry on watching, we've got loads of videos all around us. But if you have more real world issues and something you'd like to talk about, do feel free to contact me. Just go to my website, stephenenglander.co.uk, fill in the form, tell me what it is roughly you want to talk about, and I'll be in touch. Thank you.